This is Baba's table house. This is where he wrote most of the book. And he designed this. This is like a little porch area. Baba would go through that little doorway there, and he would spend a long time in here. And there's a desk up in the museum. We'll see he would sit cross-legged and write on that desk. And at night with a lantern, he would even sleep here. The little porch area, he would come and sit out. Under here, we'd talk with his mandali and that sort of stuff. He also had a grinding stone he and Jal, his brother, would grind. You can see the bars here that are all the way around the porch area. So they were probably used, imagine, for maybe curtains for privacy. The building here was a dispensary, and they treated the villagers. They treated hundreds during the time that it was used. Dr. Duncan was one of the doctors. Now it's used as a staff quarters. Ted Judson is our architect, and this is his office here. The building here was built after Baba dropped the body. After he dropped the body, pilgrims began coming, but they could only accommodate 12 at a time, and they stayed, some in the dispensary here, some in a we'll talk about across the way. And this they built here. This was a kitchen. Now it's the Meherabad Trust office. It's directly behind what was the dispensary. The building over here was built in 1938, because Baba wanted to have a building where he can give private interviews. Now it's used as staff quarters. This is Meherabad Mandali Hall. Was built in 1948. And we'll go through it when we go around the other side. But the building to its right is direct here in the corner is the post office. This is the one that you can mail your letters and things from here. And at the end is our labor office, where the workers come and clock in. Oh, there's Mayanan. Mayanan is our labor officer, too, Balabai. And there's his office right here. Building we see over here in the corner, all the workers, we keep all our supplies here for Meherabad, plus hammers and bolts and that sort of stuff. And the workers in the morning say arti right here. And then they meet with their supervisors and go to their assignment for the day. But that's the little building. We call it the store. There's a photograph I want to show you of what Meherabad looked like in 1923 when Baba came. This is the photograph. This is the main road, as you can see. It's just an old dirt road and a few trees lining the area. This one was struck by lightning at the time. Here's the Dooney, that little old pit right there, the table house. Look, it looks like a little bedded chicken coop. Back here is what was the original officers' mess quarters, which is what we call now our old dharmshala, and then almost nothing. In those days, there was hardly a tree in sight. Water was very, very scarce. Over here is Baba's chair, where Baba would sit, have his Sahavas programs in here, or he would just get together with the mandali. The photograph of himself he had placed there, and then of his mother and his father. All the other photographs and things in here were added afterwards by Padre, most of them. On the far wall opposite the chair is a wooden clock that was used during Baba's time. It's not working now. The clock isn't working now, that's why there's another clock next to it. But Balnatu said these were the only things that were here during Baba's time. This is the room that they met when they all gathered and they left from here on the new life. Baba's Rahuri cabin was brought here in September of 1938. Baba had an ashram in Meherabad, which is approximately 40 kilometers from here. And when he dissolved that, he had this assembled and brought here. This was his cabin used for his work. Pilgrims are allowed to go in here. It's just kept open. All we ask is when you come out that you simply latch it like that so animals can't go in. Of course, if you go in, you need to take your shoes off. There are two photographs in here. One when it was taken in Meherabad, where the ashram was then. There's Baba sitting right in the doorway. And as you can see, the four major religions were not put on it in Meherabad, but when it was brought here, Baba's standing in the doorway right over here. And the four major religion signs are put right here. This is a blow-up of Baba standing, so you can see how beautiful he looks. This is the Meherabad cabin.